Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Ottoman campaign. Last time around, we fought an invasion battle in Spanish Naples. This one right here. This was a horrific battle. We just barely won at the Foggia Vineyards against a superior force, we must note, but still lost. So the army is unfortunately forced to evacuate back to Split, and yeah, it seems as though our vision to invade Italy through the south is simply not a realistic plan, as the Spanish and British Navy simply control too much of the Mediterranean, and that they've placed so many garrison troops in these areas that we're not going to be able to break through. So we're going to go through the north, but to go through the north we must first clear out some of the French troops, and we're going to do that by trying to liberate Bavaria as its own nation, and hopefully we'll keep France from attacking and killing them. And this will give me breathing space to move down and start killing the Pope. Right, sounds kind of weird, killing the Pope. Start killing the Pope. Like I'm gonna kill him just a little bit every day. When we haven't even declared war on him yet. Right, it's gonna be a difficult battle, and no time to waste. Let's jump into it, shall we? The French have decided to defend right in this village. We'll start off in the defensive position as we kinda usually does. Now, these troops are my elite, so I'm pretty sure I will be able to march out and take on the French on the field, but we'll start in defensive positions to start off with. Let's go ahead and set this. They had quite a lot of cavalry, so it would be nice to place a load of spikes. So I'm gonna start marching out a few troops. They seemingly aren't sending troops to suicide charges down, so I'm gonna start deploying the troops. Damn it! For an attack. And also I kind of want to know where exactly the enemy troops are hiding, which we cannot see at this point. You can deploy your spikes there, and then you can deploy slightly forward, and then you might actually wait with some of these. We can't form any squares, so it would be nice to have the spikes rather close, as I don't know how much further forward we need to march to actually meet the enemy. Now they definitely set a sapper charge there, so we can imagine that they're kind of in that region, but the enemy could also have, you know, put a massive blob somewhere around there. Let's get some pep in the step for the cavalry. See if they can find something. Could deploy. Oh, there they are. There they are. It's almost like a black hole. The mass of all that, of all those units. Let's see if we can't get those spikes out there. Loads of spikes here. These troops can move in towards the town. That will definitely stop the cavalry. Okay, even though the enemy has now been clearly spotted, and we have been clearly spotted. The enemy is not really moving at lightning speed to deal with us. Ah, we've spotted the sappers. They're deploying stakes within the town. Like I was gonna go through this town with my cavalry. All these three have placed theirs, so they'll be marching up there. Okay, you're not gonna have time. Hopefully these will. Lots of French cavalry charging this way. Need to deploy my own cavalry. Spikes deployed, now pull back towards the forest. And you will also kind of pull back a bit. There's tons of French cavalry here. Why aren't you firing over here? Oh, you were waiting right until the last moment. Clever. Okay, the enemy cavalry is actually kind of pulling back. Which is good, because I'm hoping that's gonna save us a little bit. For us to move back behind the spikes. Oh, firing on my cavalry. Not nice. We'll have them split and come around and attack from both sides. Cavalry deploy back here. These units will deploy behind the spikes. Ooh, that one's about to break. General, get close. However, the enemy is riding onto the stakes, which might very temporarily halt them a little bit. You will hold because you're about to fire right into friendly unit. Okay, now we'll deploy. Just in time for the general to come and... what happened here? Bloody dragoons. Don't like that. I'm gonna pull back.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
General was able to... his presence was enough to stabilize the situation. French cavalry riding onto the spikes and riding into massed gunfire. Damn it! We're missing stuff out here. Lots of unnecessary cavalry losses. Right, the French cavalry has been defeated in most of their advances. Imagine if I'd advanced like that without the spikes. French cavalry would have destroyed me in seconds. Interestingly enough, it looks like the French are actually taking up defensive positions within the town. Here, we're gonna send these two Janissaries to deal with the conscript unit. I'm gonna put you there, then you will be able to sweep around. Enemy cavalry force back. Given that they've moved more into the village, it seems like most likely that an attack will start from the flank over here. You'll hold these guys down from the front. While the cavalry is going to swing in slightly from the back. Okay, French reinforcements have turned up. And they turn up back there, so that's not too bad. I think we just found French artillery position. So we're going to send both cavalry units. Try and reduce that to nothing. And I think this side might need the Sultan's Guard as a reserve, and these should be moved up to spray the enemy canister now that I'm about to take out all the cannons and force them to attack me. Hopefully none of them are unlimbered, so it'll be a quick massacre of everything, and that's looks exactly what we're looking at. A very quick massacre where all guns were completely destroyed. But also means rapid deployment of more of their reinforcements, and mostly infantry. We're gonna extend to match them. And then this is gonna be the main line. Cavalry behind there. See the cannons. We're gonna roll them up somewhere there. What we could start doing is actually have a Sultan's Guard rolling up their flank there. But maybe I should get the cannon into position first. Enemy general decides to be stupid and not entirely sure what he's doing. The bastard's taunting us! And he's quicker than the bullet. Apparently we're really awful shots. Cavalry unit riding right in front of us. Still not able to shoot them down. Maybe I'm overextending here. Let's make this line a little bit longer. Also, really, I should be up on the ridge kind of here to get the best kind of shots. Cannons are about to come into position. Let's speed it up, actually. Get everyone ready.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must
He
pray.
rode on, as he was retreating, he rode onto the spikes, so that's what killed him. Gonna place you right there. We're gonna get all of these guys to kind of move a little bit like that. Kind of looks like the concentration of French troops moving forward here. Get up on the ridge. Cannons are about to come into position, ready to fire. The enemy is returning fire. Maybe not have the still have the cavalry in the forest there, just because standing behind, we're gonna lose troopers.
I found him.
If I could sneak in, do we have a small unit? 200 something. Okay, the French are attacking over there. This cannon's actually in position to start firing. We could massively be overextending ourselves. Right, French hussars. Making some kind of play. Kind of-ish. A bad one at that. Okay, now they're moving out of the... Why aren't you firing? Or why aren't both of you firing when the enemy's right in front of you? Well, now you started to fire, so... the general is needed as they're... quite unhappy, and the Sultan's Guard... God. Why aren't you firing? And why are you advancing into cavalry? Okay, most of the fighting is going on up here, or a lot of it is. We should definitely advance to aid. Okay, are you... Okay, these guys got stuck in the spikes. Oh my god, why are you being so stupid? If you would just stop and fire, that would have... Okay, we're gonna retreat you because you lost too many men. But only slightly. Cause you know what? I'm actually gonna put you in the house already. That's how we're gonna do it. And we're gonna put you there. We should prepare the cavalry in the flank. And then if these Sultan Guard assholes can actually get shit done, that would be wonderful. So now I'm taking control of the house right there. These guys charging in to retake it. Or take control of it. No, they're not. Hopefully, now when the line is drawn like this, we'll be able to defeat those. You will pull forward. Let's order them to fire at that area. Would like a bit more French casualties. You guys are within range, so you should be just pulling down as many shots as you can. Same with this idiot. I think that's friendly cannons. Oh! I'm gonna charge. French infantry and cavalry are very much defeated in this. Oh, I told you to charge! Oh, that was god awful. Lost tons of men, but god, we were still able to crush the enemy. Now retreat back, get this one. Or not retreat back, is not the word. Try to avoid the bomb. Now pull back. Both of them probably gonna retreat. Don't really need the cavalry down here. I'm gonna switch them over there. And interestingly enough, this is one of the few battles where my artillery hasn't been a crucial part of my victory. Which, if you told me that earlier, then I'd be able to win a major battle against the French without the need of my artillery, then I'd probably not believe you. Alright, time to get in there. I silenced our cannons, so it's some other cannon that's firing. Oh, we've got a 6-pounder in there. Oh, this one's not too happy. But then again, if it actually would return fire, it wouldn't be so bad. We've got to... let's see, what's going on? Oh. Let's get... I want to see what reinforcements are coming in through there, so I'm sending all the cavalry. We kind of got too many troops here. I saw there was a lot of cannons. Okay, we're not going to be able to take them on because there's so much other shit in there. Slowly advancing. We managed to defeat the enemy over there. Maybe if I'd amassed all my cavalry, could charge in. But not without infantry support, though. We would need infantry to aid in that. Let's keep advancing. Defeat the sappers, get through there. We've got bloody militia. You can keep marching through there. Charge the Wouterbergers in the back. Why haven't we... Why haven't we been able to punch through there? Let's march up on the cemetery. March closer to that cannon. Got French line infantry regiments out there. If I can march up quick enough, get to the end and we can form line, and then we can have the cavalry sweep in and get them. We've got a little bit of a melee fight here. It's erupted with a conscript unit and one of our Turkish veterans. Sultan's Guard. You can march up through there. Then what else do we have? It's the charging units. Canister coming in, really bad. Which units is closest? That one. Just to get rid of that cannon, we've got... Now is the time for the cavalry charge. Come in behind. Smash them. Pull back. There's a line of spikes there. I was about to, thinking about moving my general up. There's a sneaky line of spikes that the sappers sat. So we're gonna keep that in mind. French hussars coming out of the town. Not too worried about that. The smaller unit should go for the artillery. The bigger units should go for everything else. Unit here that's not too happy. Retreat back in the cover of the cemetery. French hussars. Yeah, it's the guy in the cemetery that's routing. My cavalry is routing the enemy infantry. I'll order a general advance of my infantry to defeat the enemy, as most enemy units are dead at this point. There's just a load of artillery and crap in here. Have our troops charge them and force them away. Oh, maybe hold and fire there. And then you can charge there. You can charge. You know what? Charge. Charge all over the place. And cavalry will charge through and get the remnants of whatever cavalry unit that was. And then we'll just keep marching through. Charge down this regiment right here. Not very active, are they? Imagine if all my armies had the capacity of my most expensive one. A single hussar unit, oh no, now it's broken, and all French units should be broken. So that's victory. There we go. So we took the Tyrol region. Now it's going to be interesting to see kind of the casualties, because the cannons definitely won't be in the top. Cavalry will, but infantry did a lot of this, and then it's going to be interesting to see if we can actually see all the way to the Bavarian capital and see if it's a quick march where I can quickly move in and snipe cap it. So that's going to be interesting. Here we've got the statistics. So we had 4,800 men. Well, the men are definitely similar, so the enemy had 5,000 and we had roughly 5,000. We lost about 2,000 while the enemy lost everything except 320 men. Now, part of that is, of course, that all the troops stationed within town will completely die. So cavalry is in the top. This one gained lots of chevrons. Then we've got veteran Turk, which killed about 300, and then we've got one of those Janissary units, and then Sultan's Guard. So actually one of each infantry units. So one of the veteran Turks ended up highest, and then one of these came next, and then Sultan's Guard. Now I said I was gonna loot it, but I'm gonna actually hold it because I have enough money to actually sustain myself for quite a few turns. 4 turns, I think. Now, and also the replenishment of this region means that I will quickly be able to get back all of this. Now, unfortunately, there's a full stack in Munich. Now, I can jump up there. So it's waiting, then we will definitely face more troops, but my army will be in a better state. Jumping directly will be facing less troops, and the chance of victory might be greater. And but there's also a chance of certain units getting destroyed. Really great replenishment in this region, though. We won't be able to do anything this video, however, so we're gonna wait until the next one to conquer and free Bavaria. And then we can go south. What I'm thinking when we actually go against Rome is this army will actually be the one marching down upon it, or it will first go take Milan and then march down, and it will come at the same time as we launch this army, then somewhere here. So we'll march both, but first this one needs to replenish. I could send it here, but now when I know that this is such a good replenishment rate up here, it might be better to actually deploy, or no, send them into this port here and then march to this region to replenish. Is probably the best. Hopefully the Russians stay off us there. Hopefully we can defeat the Prussians. Hopefully the French don't do anything here. And I mean, I kind of play a few videos like this, or play a few games, and I kind of feel, oh, this is going pretty well, and then I leave it for a few days. I come back, and first thing that happens is usually, you know, something god awful happens. But yeah, I think we're in a pretty good state right now. It wasn't too grindy. I didn't have to deal with all these armies. The Spanish fight was okay, and the fact that they didn't attack us here really helped me in the previous one. So yeah, seems pretty fine right now. With that said, we're gonna end it right here, so hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!